Right back at you. I got 16 minutes to record with you guys. 16 momento. Slow your tempo. Feel me? As you can see, man, the truth gets you in a lot of trouble. Feel me? Truth gets you in a lot of trouble. Well, also get life itself gets you in trouble. You feel me? That's about it. I mean, that's something that's unescapable. Unescapable. It's unescalable. I'm at work early as usual. What else is new? Feel me? Why is it that I always see this car around here like that? Then during lunchtime, it's not there anymore. You know what I mean? They are desperate, yo. My last video is called Desperado. Niggas is desperate right now. They're doing a lot, you feel me? They all over the place with their hate. You feel me? They get mad when you call them out on this hate. Feel me? Truth be told, man. That's what happens when you tell the truth sometimes. You get demonized for it. They act tough, but they're not really tough. It's okay. Like, it's okay to be uniquely different from other people. Everybody does not have to be mean and act tough and be devilish and satanic in your behavior. We all ain't gotta be there. I realize, that comes up. I realize that most people do these things because they're actually fearful of what could happen if they're not doing it. Because they feel like, damn, I see Jeffrey he's a very good person. Feel me? He's super good. Huh? And these things are happening to him. So for me to escape that, I will have to act very mean and act very aggressive. Like a little dog versus the big dog theory. I have to act outrageous so people will know not to fuck with me. You feel me? That's a form of fear in itself. Because they're so fearful of what could happen to them that they're attacking people out of their own fears. It hasn't even happened yet. That's what basically fear is. It hasn't even happened yet. But the idea of it happening is bothering them. They can't live with it. So they feel like I have to be sinister in my projection. And I have to project this anger out. So it doesn't happen to me because they're so fearful that it could happen to them. And they can't even bear their mind, or they can't even bear handling that kind of thing. They don't know how to handle themselves when this happened. So guess what they're doing? They're just projecting their fear out onto other people. And they're out here just destroying people's lives because they're fearful that it could happen to them. It's like, I'm better off doing it to him than letting it happen to me. And when it hasn't even happened yet. Instead of preparing yourself for a flood, guess what they're doing? They're bringing the flood to others. So they feel like if I bring the flood to you, it wouldn't happen to me. But truth be told, once you get involved like that, you still get your hands wet. If you get involved in the mud, you still going to have some muddiness in your hand, you feel me? Regardless of what it is. If it's happening around you and you viewing it in some form of shape or fashion, more than likely you are involved, whether you like it or not. And it's your obligation. The things that you do will determine the position that you're supposed to play in that moment in time right now. That's all. Like, you can't escape it. So you've decided to choose to project your fears out of fear, because you was like, fuck that shit, man. I already see one side of it. That side right there seems like it's not working in this moment in time right now. So the best thing for me to do, at least that's what a fearful person, a weak individual thinks. So they feel like the best thing for them to do is to join the crowd. And that's what's going on. They're so fearful of what could happen that they join the crowd and they're just projecting their fears and yelling out hate and everything else like that. You feel me? And this is what's going on out here. You feel me? This is all true story, man. You can see it for yourself. Ain't nobody got to tell you. You can one day take a trip and see it for yourself. Watch it from your car window. Make sure nobody know that you're there. far enough to see it, but close enough to understand it. Understand it with a long spoon, silver spoon at that. You feel me? Understand that. But this is what's going on. They're playing defense right now, and they just it's like fuck that. I gotta do something because I know especially if you look like the individual that the thing is happening to. You feel me? It'll happen to every other race that you can think of, and it's like, yo, you still gotta be yourself, man. You can't live in fear. Like some of these niggas, it's crazy, man. It's sad, but that's what's going on. I didn't even want to talk about it, but it was called upon me to speak on it. JB Hunt. You can hunt me all you want. If you keep hunting the same thing, then I guess you haven't got the prey yet. Ain't you supposed to be the predator? What you hunting for? You feel me? It is what it is, man. Some of these people too. Hold on, how many more minutes I got? I got 10 minutes. Woo. Yeah. And some of these people have not accepted themselves for who they are. You feel me? They have not accepted who they are, so they are fighting me to make themselves feel better. I know it sounds crazy, but it's so true. It gets no better than this, like I've always said. They are fighting me to make themselves feel better about the situation that they in. Because this is what you call a soul tie. Mistakenly, by the way. You can't tie your identity to me. No. You can't. Like you cannot tie your identity to me. Like you can't. Like that shit is weak as fuck. Like you gotta tie the greatest love. Who's this nigga? There's always somebody who's bitter. These niggas be like big bitches. Like big bitches. Feel me? Anyway, the greatest love that you can find in this world is in yourself. Shout out to Whitney Houston, because I've been listening to that. The greatest love that you can find in this world is yourself. You have to love yourself. Like I know for a fact what I'm seeing is a lack of love for a person's own self. I don't give a fuck how much your mama love you. You have to believe that you can love yourself the same way too, without attaching yourself to anybody or group or company to make yourself feel good about yourself. You feel me? This is why I can walk by somewhere. I have already analyzed everything that I need to analyze. You feel me? The time period. And if a car drive by me, I know who's supposed to be in that car. I can tell whether it's a female or a male. I'd be like, damn, what's she doing out here? She's out of her place. She don't even drive this way. Yes, I seen that today and I said it. I'm like, yo, she don't even drive this way. She drive the other way. Like, what is she doing? And I knew it was a female when she came close enough because she got the tinted windows. I'm like, oh, yeah, I knew what I was looking at. I didn't even look at the license plate. I could tell by the car itself. Now, anybody else could have had that car, true, but I knew what it was because I always analyze my area and everything else like that. You feel me? You have to be able to love yourself enough to know these small, intriguing details. These people are tying their identity into me. They're tying their identity to me because they feel like if he doesn't want to be what I identify in, because they try to force you to identify into so many things. It's not just about sexuality anymore. They're just trying to identify. They're trying to force your identity and attach it to so many different components. If he denounced what I'm doing right now, then what am I? Who am I? Like, they don't even know who they are. You have to find yourself, man. Stop trying to find yourself through me. Stop trying to attack me thinking that you're doing yourself justice. But, like, love is not love. Obviously not in your book, you feel me? But we're not even going to go there, you feel me? The greatest love that you can find in this world is yourself, man. Plain and simple. If you have to play defense, attack somebody. If you have to attack somebody just so you can feel better about your situation, then that tells me that you don't love yourself. Plain and simple, because How can you attack somebody just so you can justify that what you did was right, and you think that by doing so you've uplift yourself in a nation of people that think like you? No, that's the weak. That's the weak. Whew, you ain't see that. If I would have fall, it would have been devastating. Why? Because I would have stayed there and just talked to y'all still. It wouldn't have bothered me. Anyway, back to the story. But attacking somebody that you disagree with, that's the lowest form that you can ever take. You feel me? The lowest. The lowest. You have to do better than that. You feel me? You got to be bigger than that. I'm trying to teach y'all a way to communicate without acting like a child or without acting like an animal. Feel me? I have to teach y'all that. It's my obligation to do such a thing. Feel me? It's an objective. I have to do that for y'all. If I can't do nothing else, I have to do that for you. Feel me? But, let me see, yeah. It's time to go. I told you I had 16 minutes. I got like 2 more. I'm already walking back anyway. So long story short, man, find yourself. Love yourself. Learn how to be happy alone. You can still be in a relationship and still be miserable. What you need to do is find out if you can still be happy by yourself without having to break up with your partner. People always think, I have to break up. No. See if you can still be happy by yourself. Take time, me time. This is why they call it a me time. Take some me time from your relationship and see if you're not relying too much on your partner for your happiness. You feel me? You have to look into these kind of things. Because half of the time when I was used to be in a relationship, you get caught up. You're like, yo, why the fuck shit? Like, you always, relationship give you the illusion, kind of dilute you into thinking that you need that person around. It's like, no, it's not. Like, girlfriend and boyfriend, that shit is like a waste of time, to tell the truth. The goal is marriage. You feel me? I ain't never seen two people who got together and said, well, we are going to be together for 2 months. After 2 months, well, we will see where the contract goes after that. It never worked like that. When people get in a relationship, everybody always think long term. If they're not thinking long term, they're wasting your time. Plain and simple. People will be like, well, you putting too much stake into into the girl and everything else. Why would you get with a person, a female or a male, whatever sex you choose to like, and try to waste your time and thinking that, oh, I'm gonna do this for 3 months and see how it goes and everything else like that? It doesn't work like that. It will never work like that, honestly. You're just wasting your time. You feel me? You have to know what you want and you have to know these things. You just have to know what you want. So the reason why people always feel like boyfriend and girlfriend is they be like, nah, you can't just get into a situation. Hold on, yeah, I gotta hurry up. You can't just get into a situation and think that it's marriage right away. The reason why you would not know these things because you haven't found the greatest version of yourself. Once you find the greatest version of yourself, you would know who your partner is right away. You see, we live in a Western society where we have to go through these processes because it's so much time that we spend doing other stuff. We have to simulate. That's why we take supplements and everything else like that. Supplements meaning you supplementing something that is not organically being developed. So things like boyfriend, girlfriend, friends, and everything else like that, you supplementing these things because you haven't found your self-love, because you haven't taken the time to find your self-love, because we have too much going on. We have technology, we have work, we have playing a park. We have so many things. Even playing a park is a supplement for us not being active in nature itself. Instead of rock climbing and doing all these things that will help you out naturally, we have a park, which is a supplement of what you're supposed to naturally be doing. So people always think boyfriend and girlfriend is something that you're supposed to go through in order to get to marry. By the time you get there, your walls have been knocked down by like, what, 50 boyfriends? That's not gonna work for your husband. You feel me? If he's strong enough, he's gonna be like, no, girl, this shit ain't working. Like, what am I supposed to do? My dick ain't. Like, come on, man. You know how many black guys you don't been with, girl? What the fuck? You feel me? Cause we have a community, we have a society that knows that, yo, we putting these things in place to, like, if you was in nature and you was rock climbing and you doing all this walking and you don't have all these technology, and technology is just another wave. It's a laziness. It went from every technology, every new form of technology has been demasculating the man. Now we have cars that drive itself. It's like that detachment. They keep detaching us from what we ought to be. It's all about supplement. But I got like 5 seconds. So understand that the society that you in is demasculating you as a human being already. That's why I said boyfriend and girlfriend is a waste of time. You're supposed to know right away if you organically in tune with the universe, you love yourself right away. When you find somebody, you don't need